Welcome to Story Ingvo. Get ready, everyone, because this story will take you on an exciting adventure. Let the story begin. A new and serious political problem is happening in the United States. It is the summer of 2025 during Donald Trump's presidency. The problem started with his Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard. She has created a new political storm. Gabbard made a very serious accusation against the team of former President Barack Obama. She said they did something illegal to hurt Donald Trump's victory in the 2016 election. Gabbard called it a major crime against the country. Because of this, she has asked the government to investigate former officials from the Obama administration. This could lead to them being charged with serious crimes. President Trump's reaction was strong and very public. He used his social media account to share videos. These videos are not real. They were made by artificial intelligence, or AI. The videos show former President Obama being arrested by police officers. They also show him inside a jail cell. This is the first time a sitting American president has shared images showing a former president in prison. These events are very unusual and serious for American politics. They create big questions for the country. Is it right for leaders to use government power against their political enemies? What happens to the country's rules when leaders attack each other in this way? This story will explain these new events. It will look at what they mean for the future of American democracy. It is a very difficult time, and it is important to understand what is happening. 2. The big accusation the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, made a very serious accusation. She said officials from the Obama administration were part of a secret and illegal plan. She claimed that an important report from 2017 was fake. The report was the Intelligence Community Assessment from January 6, 2017. It was about Russia and the 2016 presidential election. That official report said that Russia interfered to help Donald Trump win. Gabbard said this was not true. She claimed that Obama's team created the report to hurt President Trump. She said their goal was to make his election victory seem unfair and to start what she called a coup against him. To support her big claim, Gabbard presented a timeline of events. She explained that before the election in November 2016, intelligence agencies did not believe Russia was trying to change the election with cyber attacks. She pointed to information from December 7, 2016. On that day, the head of intelligence, James Clapper, had notes. These notes said that foreign countries did not use computer attacks to alter the election outcome. But then, Gabbard said, things changed after a big meeting at the White House. This meeting was on December 9, 2016. Top officials like CIA Director John Brennan and National Security Advisor Susan Rice were there. According to Gabbard, President Obama asked them to create a new intelligence report after this meeting. This new report came out just weeks before Trump became president. Gabbard said it completely changed the story. It said the opposite of what intelligence agencies had reported for the previous 6 months. She claimed the new report was based on manufactured information that officials knew was not credible. Gabbard argued that this false political report became the foundation for years of problems for Trump. She said it led to many investigations, including the one by special counsel Robert Mueller. It also led to the prosecution of several people who worked for Trump. She said this all came from a plan to make his presidency seem wrong from the start. 3. The president's pictures. President Trump's reaction was very strong and very public. Soon after Tulsi Gabbard made her accusation, Trump used his social media platform to show his feelings to everyone. His posts were dramatic and used new technology. On July 20th, 2025, he shared a video that quickly got a lot of attention. The video was not real. It was created by artificial intelligence, or AI. It showed former President Barack Obama. At the start of the video, Obama and other Democratic politicians said, "No one is above the law." Then the music changed to a happy song. The AI pictures showed Trump and Obama together in the Oval Office. Next, police officers walked in. They put handcuffs on former President Obama while the video showed President Trump smiling. The short video ended with a final powerful image. An AI-generated picture of Obama walking inside a jail cell, all alone. But President Trump did not stop with just one video. He also posted a fake picture that looked like many police photos together. A police photo of an arrested person is called a mugshot. The title on this picture was The Shady Bunch. It showed fake mugshots of Obama and other officials from his time as president. In another post, Trump supported the idea of arrests. He shared an image of men being arrested. On the image were the words, "Unless this happens, nothing will change." This kind of action was completely new for an American president. No president in the country's history had ever shared images showing a past president being arrested and put in prison. These posts were not just words. They were powerful pictures. They showed that the political disagreement was becoming much more personal and intense. It was a sign that the old rules of politics were changing in a serious way. For what really happened before? To understand the big news from Tulsi Gabbard, we need to look back in time. Her new claims about the 2016 election are not the first. In fact, there have been several very important investigations about this before. For many years, these investigations looked at the same questions. Their findings are an important part of the story. The main point of disagreement is a report from January 2017. This report was from the U.S. intelligence community. It said that Russia interfered in the 2016 election. The report stated, with high confidence, that Russia's leader, Vladimir Putin, and his government wanted to help Donald Trump win. They also wanted to hurt Hillary Clinton's chances. This is the report that Gabbard now says was a lie. After 2017, a major investigation was led by a special counsel, Robert Mueller. Mueller was a Republican, and he was chosen by a Republican official. His team investigated for almost 2 years. The Mueller report concluded that Russia did interfere. It said Russian government actors hacked computers and stole many private emails. These emails belonged to the Clinton campaign and the Democratic Party. Russia then used other groups, like WikiLeaks, to release the stolen information to the public. This created many problems for the Clinton campaign. Another key investigation was done by the U.S. Senate. The Senate Intelligence Committee, which was led by Republicans, did its own study. Their investigation was very long and detailed. In 2020, they released a very large, 5-volume report. The committee agreed with the first 2017 report. They said there was very strong proof of Russian actions. The senators said the original intelligence report was well constructed. They did not find any major problems with how the intelligence community did its work. Even an investigation started by the Trump administration, led by John Durham, looked into these events. The Durham report was very critical of the FBI. However, it did not disagree about the main point. It also concluded that Russia had interfered in the election. All of these past investigations tell a similar story. The Mueller report, The Republican-led Senate report and the Durham report all agreed on one central fact. Russia interfered in the 2016 election. This makes the new claims from Tulsi Gabbard very surprising. Her story is completely different from what these very detailed and important investigations found over many years. 5. Republicans agree. Many Republicans quickly showed their support for President Trump and Tulsi Gabbard. They said her claims were very important. They believe this was one of the biggest political problems in American history. Some lawmakers used strong words to describe the situation. Representative Pat Harrigan said the new information makes Watergate look like amateur hour. Watergate was a very big political scandal in the past. To say this was a very serious comment. People in the White House also agreed. Stephen Miller, a top official, called the old situation a seditious coup. This means he believed there was a secret and illegal plan to take power away from the government. He said Gabbard's report showed the truth about this dangerous plan against the country. Senator Mike Lee gave a more detailed opinion. He said the old investigations about Russia were the real problem. He argued that these investigations hurt the country more than anything a foreign country could do. This idea changed the story completely. It said that the people investigating Trump were the ones who attacked the American system. The Republican Party seemed to agree on this point. They supported Trump's view that he was treated unfairly. They believed the old intelligence reports were not true. They said the reports were made to stop him. This was a big change for some Republicans. Years ago, many of them believed the first reports about Russia. Now, they were all saying that those reports were wrong and part of a plan to hurt the president. 6. Democrats do not agree. Democrats in the government do not agree with Tulsi Gabbard's new report. They say her claims against the Obama administration are false. They believe the report is a political attack, not a real investigation. Representative Jim Himes is a top Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee. He called the report baseless, which means it has no proof. Himes said the report only uses old ideas that have already been shown to be untrue. He explained that there have been many big investigations into the 2016 election. He reminded everyone that even a Senate committee, led by Republicans, agreed with the original findings. They all found that Russia did try to interfere. Himes said that no judge in the country would take Gabbard's new claims seriously. Senator Mark Warner, a leading Democrat on the Senate Intelligence Committee, also spoke against the report. He accused Gabbard of trying to change information to fit a political story. Warner pointed to a report from Gabbard's own office from March. That report said Russia was still a threat to U.S. elections. This makes her new report, which questions Russian interference, very confusing. Many Democrats feel this is all a planned distraction. They suggest that President Trump is using this story to make people look away from other issues. Representative Himes said Trump is trying to change the subject to avoid difficult questions. The biggest concern for Democrats is the use of intelligence agencies for politics. They worry that the Director of National Intelligence is being used to attack political enemies. These agencies should give leaders honest and neutral information. When they are used in political fights, it hurts the country. It makes it hard for people to trust the government's official information. This, they say, is a danger to American democracy. 7. Big problems for the country. This new political fight creates many big problems for the United States. The problems are both legal and political, and they affect the whole country. The most serious issue is the threat to arrest and jail a former president in the history of America. This is a very unusual and dangerous idea. Sitting presidents have almost always shown respect to past presidents, even if they belonged to a different political party and had strong disagreements. This tradition of respect helped keep the country stable and peaceful during changes in power. The idea of punishing a past leader could start a dangerous cycle of revenge. Imagine if every new president tried to punish the one before them. When a new person comes to power, they could use the police and the courts to hurt their old rivals. Then, when another new president is elected, they might do the same thing. This dangerous game could continue for a long time. It would make American politics very unstable. The government would spend its time on revenge instead of focusing on important issues like the economy or healthcare. Many people see this situation as part of a larger pattern. They believe President Trump's government often uses its power to go after its political enemies. It is not just about angry words. Reports say that the administration has targeted more than 100 people whom it saw as opponents. It used official government groups, like law enforcement or immigration agencies, to investigate these people. This use of government power against citizens is a serious concern for a democracy. It can make people scared to disagree with their leaders. These events have a big impact on the American people. When leaders fight in this public and angry way, it makes people lose trust in the government and in democracy itself. It becomes hard for citizens to know what is true. The fights are not just about policies anymore. They are about the basic rules of the country and the correct way for a leader to use power. This is a very difficult time for the United States, creating deep divisions that could be hard to fix. Eight. What happens next? This is a very difficult time for America. The country is very divided. The big disagreement between the political parties shows that people have different ideas about the truth. Many people are worried about what will happen to the country. The future is not clear. The Department of Justice has to make a very important choice. Will it charge former President Obama and his team with a crime? This decision will have big results for everyone. Some people worry this could start a dangerous new normal, where every new president tries to send the last president to jail. This is not how the American government usually works. This situation is also a big test for the country's important organizations, like the intelligence agencies. Workers in these agencies give information to the president. If these workers are afraid of being punished for their analysis, they may not share honest information in the future. This could make the country less safe. The courts will also be tested if they have to manage a case against a former president. This conflict puts American democracy under a lot of stress. For a democracy to work well, people must trust the system and believe that laws are fair for everyone. When leaders attack each other in this way, it can break that trust. The things that leaders and the government do in the next few months will be very important. Their actions will show if the country's institutions are strong enough to handle such a deep political fight. The whole world is watching to see how America deals with this problem. Do you think a country can stay strong when its leaders are fighting like this? Hey there, just a second before you go. If you learned something new today, please give this video a like. Write your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, and it really helps to create even better English videos for you. Your support means the world. Thank you. Thanks for sticking around till the end of the story. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss a new story. Have a wonderful day. Take care, and see you next time.